It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Tennessee's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
On second down, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Sexton. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Texas A&M's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Now on second down. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew that...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get laddered up.
The Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The first down sack pushes the ball back to this long 2nd down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Second down now after the sack. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown ball. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of him.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Aggies want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. Going to throw it over the top of the D. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Working that left side now. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's going to pass. He's right on target. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Aggies are in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback will audible. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Winston. Tackled immediately after the catch. A lot of urgency for this offense. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Johnson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Aggies! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. And the Vols will keep this drive going.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Massey. And the ball is loose on the return. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Georgia State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And this is the kind of guy that wants the football when the game is on the line. And in this type of situation, he knows if I can break off a few big ones, we're going to win this game. If we don't let them get back on the field, we got it. And he shows you the speed. He shows you the open field running ability before going out of bounds there.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Aggies in the hurry up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Throws to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive things.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man.
He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He'll come out throwing on first down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
On first down, here comes this offense. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.